Ooh, yeah. Welcome back. Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Where you get your wisdom from? You get it from your friends. Where you get your wisdom from? The east to west end. Where you get your wisdom from? Do you talk to your reflection? Where you get your who you going to? You got questions.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Frontline Youth Podcast. This is Elijah Tijero. I'm here with
Elijah, and
we
we are also here with
also
a guest. Who is she?
Sequoyah.
Let's go. First guest of the year.
That's crazy.
First new guest of the year. First new guest in a long time. Low key.
Is it a long time?
When was the last guest you guys
The
had?
last new guest was Israel. No, the last new
Tamaya.
guest was Tamaya.
Tamaya, yeah.
And that was a bit of time. Did y'all like that episode?
Nah.
Go back there and hit those comments. What episode is that?
37?
Oh.
Is it?
I think so.
37, guys. Or whichever one it is if we're wrong. You need to go back and comment on that. And you need to go back and comment on all of them.
Yeah, the title of that one is Can Men and Women Be Friends? So that one should be easy to find. I think it's
Oh,
one of
yeah.
our...
I remember that one.
It sure is.
You ain't comment on it.
37. I'm so sorry.
I need to get rid of the space bar. I might have just hit it. Did I just hit it?
No.
Okay.
But do you want to get rid of it?
Yeah, let's do that right now.
All right. All right, it's gone.
All right. Crisis averted. Now, if y'all don't know, when I use the soundboard, it's a big what do you call it? A plug-in keyboard, right? And if I press the spacebar button, it stops the recording. If that happened because I was trying to do a sound effect and then we stopped recording and didn't notice, that would be very bad.
Yeah. All right. Like we said, we have a new guest.
Hey, y'all.
So I guess you should introduce yourself.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Introduction. My name's Sequoyah, as previously noted.
Did we say your name?
Yeah, I did.
She said her name.
No way. I was distracted.
I have been, I was born and raised in this church. That's wow. It's been almost 20 years. But my parents
She's
run
old, if you guys couldn't tell.
But my parents run the Fly ministry, and I'm their oldest of 4.
Really? Have any parents of yours been on the Fly podcast before?
Yeah, my dad has.
No way.
And only my dad.
Your brother is not your parent, but
No, it's not
he
my
had
parent.
a word or two on one of the pastor's perspectives.
Oh, yeah. I remember
While
that
he
one.
was in his
It's true.
his sleep trance. Did we talk about that, or we just? I don't know.
At all.
They're not gonna find
I
it.
don't think so.
If you were there for the original, shout out to you.
Yeah.
Haven't given a shout out in a long time, but yeah, hope you guys are doing well. We're back with another one.
Another one indeed. So,
This is post Super Bowl, right?
yeah, well past.
So, did Taylor Swift do the halftime show?
I don't know.
Can't you tell who's going to do it?
I don't know.
The Super Bowl's coming up like so soon.
Maybe it's probably a big surprise.
Is it all? I don't know. Look at that. I typed in who's.
Oh, like whose is it?
No, I typed in who's and it showed up.
Oh, the question?
Question?
Wow. They want to know.
It's Usher.
Are you for real?
All right, guys, that's all we have.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's not Taylor Swift.
It's gonna be Taylor Swift and Usher. It's a
It's
curveball.
gonna be
Usher?
the surprise
Who
guest.
wants Usher?
It's gonna be
bro?
Usher Swift.
You know what Usher did not sing?
What?
Look what you done start.
All right. Shout out my boy Trey Songz, but actually, I hate
Don't
you.
shout him out. Actually, check your inbox. All right. Sorry. Obviously, y'all know what that is. But what's crazy, some of the people here recording don't even know what that is.
It's the truth because it's not out yet. The scheduling is different these days, y'all.
It's crazy,
It's different.
you know?
But Sequoyah, when that episode comes out, check your inbox. All right.
Got it.
Behind you.
So, welcome to a brand new podcast episode. I think I already said I hope you're all doing well,
You did.
but I still do. I am doing well myself, and let's get into this topic.
Yeah.
Isaiah, what are we talking about today, man?
You've seen the title. I think I said that already too. But you have seen the title. Am I wrong?
You are not.
Of course I'm not wrong.
You know who hasn't seen the title? Us. But you know what?
So you know that what we're talking about is wisdom. What is it? Where do you get it? What is it? No, wait, no.
Wait. What did I... Bro, one of these episodes, I was like, God, gold. Gold. Here's something. Bro, it's a list of 3 things, and I said the same one twice.
That was money. Money, the root of all evil.
Yes. Glory. And you know the one we're talking about. Glory. Yeah, that's what it was. Check that episode out, y'all. Shout out my boy, Lil Durk. But actually...
Dirk.
Check your inbox. All right.
So many things going on. All right.
But yes.
Yes, we're talking about wisdom. So, like I said, with the first question that I repeated twice, what even is wisdom? What is wisdom?
Sequoyah, give me your best definition.
Wisdom. What is wisdom?
Don't worry about the sound effects.
Okay.
They're for the fans of the soundboard.
Okay. Wisdom to me.
No, not to you. Just what's with? No, I'm playing. Sorry,
Bro, what is Why?
Anyways, wisdom to me means I don't know how to put this. The words are forming in my head, but coming out. Stop pressing that.
All right. I will refrain. There you guys go.
that's wisdom right there.
She actually spelled it out in sign language. That's an exclusive on the Patreon. I'm lying. We don't have that. We don't have
not
video.
have a Patreon.
And video is not coming either unless some things change because no.
Elijah's scared.
He is scared.
He doesn't want you guys to see his stinky face.
I have no comments about that. Any last words about wisdom?
Yeah. Wisdom. I'm not gonna say that again.
Wisdom to you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Means just other than godly counsel. That's like, I don't know, very very generic. I guess like I never was taught like a different form of wisdom other than like the church version of wisdom. Like seeking godly counsel from
Godly people.
yes, godly people like
Trustworthy.
your pastor and either other men or women in the church or just people aren't going to steer you wrong, aren't going to tell you go jump off a cliff because your friends are doing it. Yeah. They're going to be like, why are you following the crowd when you know you can
Fall off a cliff and die.
Oh my gosh. That is fair.
Why are you following the crowd when you know you can lead the crowd elsewhere?
Dang, that's deep.
Dang, that's like a Kevin Gates quote.
Stop.
No.
We will get into Kevin Gates soon, y'all. Not now. If you don't know who Kevin Gates is, I applaud you.
I've always wanted a family.
Kevin Gates. All right.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually use the Google definition. Isaiah, while I'm Googling it, what do you think about wisdom?
Wisdom. When I think about wisdom, I think a lot of people attribute wisdom to intelligence. Yeah. If you're intelligent, then you're wise. But I think it's less book smarts and even maybe more than street smarts. It's more like when you're wise, then you're able to apply your various amounts of knowledge, your various capacities of knowledge towards, I don't know, positive endeavors. You know what I mean? Being a wise person means that typically wisdom is attributed to and associated with advice. So like if you like when people say you're wise beyond your years, it really just means, you know, someone more experienced would know this, but even you without your experience, you know this, you know?
Interesting. I think it's cool that you tied in the quality of experience because I just Googled this joint. And wisdom, W-I-S-D-O-M, noun, is described as the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. It is the quality of being wise.
Dang, it's like I wrote that almost.
I
knew that like verbatim.
I know you're virtual, but can y'all throw something at Isaiah from where you're at?
Whatever.
I would really appreciate that.
Look, watch
Thank you. Dap me up, actually. All right, anyway.
So that's what wisdom is. Evidently.
If you think you have a better definition, drop it in the comments.
Check your inbox.
Bro, we got to chill on that. We've got to chill on that.
It's been 2 episodes.
It'll be a good call.
3 maybe. 4. 2.
8 perhaps. So
I don't know.
let me ask y'all something. Stop laughing. How can someone or something qualify as wise, in your opinions?
How can something qualify as wise?
Or someone? What makes a person? What makes a wise person? Or what makes a wise practice? A wise quote?
Well, first of all, definitely has to do with old age. I don't.
That means Isaiah
I'm playing,
and Sequoyah have all the
I'm playing.
wisdom. I'm just playing, y'all. My bad.
Elijah, you're old.
I'm
Exactly.
Let me tell y'all something. I am eternally young. My middle name was gonna be Fountain of Youth before it was Anthony. That's my middle name, y'all. My bad. Go ahead though.
I would. All right.
But go ahead with your real answer though. Not
Yes.
not old age.
Wisdom is not attributed to old age. In fact, I would say a lot of people assume that you're wise because you're older.
Hence the term wise beyond your years.
However, you know, you can meet a lot of older people who seem to have a lack in that department, you know? So wisdom is definitely not something that you're just going to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How, if you can define something as wise, I guess if it's good counsel, yeah? So like if a thing is wise, then it's a good idea. That's really all it boils down to. It's not really that deep. But a person, I have no idea.
Sequoyah, what you think, man?
I was thinking maturity.
Okay.
Maturity levels.
So maturity makes somebody wise or unwise? Or is an important factor?
I think being wise, you have to be mature in some level. You can't be dumb and wise because then you're just going to give bad advice.
That's deep.
But I feel like definitely like a person being wise, it definitely has to do with your maturity level.
So how can immaturity get in the way of someone being wise?
Immaturity, one, just saying things to fit in with like trying to fit in, but trying to stand out at the same time, like on the fence. Or you want everyone to like you. You stick with the popular trends instead of being set apart.
Did we talk about being set apart in the previous episode? Kind of.
In our keeping your convictions.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, sir. What's that, 5?
No.
I think that's 5.
5?
Keeping your convictions, or
And I'm
keeping
not
your
talking about
No,
I'm not talking
don't
about
even-
y'all's
don't
boys,
even start.
Cinco.
Don't even start.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm about to be Quattro.
It is 5.
Let's go. I'm a genius, y'all.
Well, I don't know
Congrats.
about all that.
All right.
But are you wise? All right.
All right. But yeah, that makes sense. So I think let me not even, I was going to attribute this opinion to someone, but I actually can't remember if they said it. So it's going to come from me instead. But I have heard somewhere that the input that wisdom is associated usually with age, because like we established earlier, it has to do with experience. However, some people have a lot of experiences and develop no wisdom from them because of like the maturity of their mind, versus others who maybe have less experiences but do more with them because of the way that they think about things that they go through. So that's something.
Word.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on.
Is wisdom
Subjective. That's a good question. One, because we just asked each other. We don't think too hard about what I just said.
okay?
And we all gave our own answer on what wisdom is. Now, there were some similarities, but for some people, is wisdom different? Like, is there such thing? I'm going to read it straight from the document. Is there such thing as quote unquote factual wisdom, or this is wisdom? You can't say that's not wisdom. This is wisdom. Is that out of pocket to say something like that? Can you definitively describe something as wisdom for every person?
I would say nar, because earlier you said that whether or not a saying is wise is dependent on whether or not it's good counsel. But someone's definition of good could be different depending on the outcomes that they're looking for.
Word. Like, let's say you did want to jump off the cliff. You know?
Yeah,
You're
if
going
you
cliff
say,
jumping.
Now, on this podcast, we are big advocates against hurting yourself in any way. Even though you might think differently after the last...
All of our episodes so far.
Oh, God.
However, some people might believe differently. Maybe they think there's nothing wrong with jumping off a bridge. And
Why a bridge? When did it become a bridge?
oh, a cliff?
I
Did you
thought
say
it
a
was
cliff?
yeah.
Cliff.
Yeah, some people think there's nothing wrong with jumping off a cliff because of whatever it is that they believe. And so advising them not to jump off the cliff, just not to jump off the cliff, might not sound like good advice to them. So I think the vast majority of people will agree that certain advice is good, but I don't know if you can say that it's objective because people's beliefs can differ.
Okay. It's a good answer. So go ahead.
He like took my answer, but I don't think there's like a definite like. There's like no definite like this is wisdom. This is what wisdom can be and only can be this.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We all, like you said, we all gave our own separate answers what we thought wisdom was, and we all have different opinions. We can't all be the same. If we were the same, we'd be robots. That would be weird.
That's deep.
Yeah, and you know the thing about robots, man.
Life is Roblox. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. What's the thing about Roblox? No! What's the thing about robots, bro? Oh my gosh. My bad, y'all. It came out.
Not you. I hate that you've done this now.
Roblox.
I can't, because now you're like, go back to what you was gonna say.
Yeah. Don't tell me you forgot.
I was gonna say, I am not a robot. I am not a clone. You cannot control me. I am not a drone.
Facts.
That was stupid.
Shout out to my boy Trip Lee.
It was supposed to be one stupid thing. Now it's two in a row.
Let's go.
We've made a horrible error.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Now my turn. Is wisdom subjective? Is there such thing as factual wisdom?
Just announced his own turn. Go ahead, though.
That's what everyone does.
Yeah.
My turn.
Yeah, no, you're right.
My turn. I'll be back. All right. Yes. I think there is such thing as factual wisdom. You know why?
Why?
Especially in the context of this podcast in particular. Mm-hmm. There is what the Bible tells us to do. Oh, y'all forgot. No, I'm playing. And what the Bible tells us to do is good for everyone. And therefore, it's objective wisdom.
Now,
That's a cop-out answer,
yeah,
but it's real spill.
it's true. So as in the scope of this podcast is a Christian podcast. Maybe not everyone who will ever be featured on it is Christian. I don't know. I can't promise that. However, the general accepted view from the main speakers on this podcast is that we believe in God and Christianity, and so that is the truth. I was avoiding that answer until later, but it is, in my opinion, that's true. But I know that's, like, I'm in this ethics class, bro. I would be in trouble if I answered the discussion board and was like, the Bible, because you'd be like, what about the Bible? They were trying to, anyway.
They're trying to get you riled up.
Yes.
Or trying to get someone, trying to get someone
hit
to
somebody.
to bait.
I'm telling
trying
you.
to bait somebody. That's real spill.
Y'all, speaking of, and I'm going off subject a little bit here.
Oh gosh.
But if someone comes at your faith and like is just trying to start an argument, don't feed into the argument, because the odds are they want you to look stupid and you're gonna look stupid.
Strategic time wasters.
Fact. Anyway, I also wanted to say another diversifying factor of wisdom is that it can apply to different circumstances. So like, it's not always the same for every person's circumstance. So you might say it's wise to trust no one, and that might be true if you are in a war zone. And I'm not talking about Call of Duty. However, fun fact, bro, I hate that game and I suck at it. Warzone, not Call of Duty in general.
I was about to say.
Now,
Rick Grimes
all right, never had enough.
is coming to Call of Duty.
Along with Nicki Minaj and Snoop Dogg.
No, they're already there.
Right.
But Rick Grimes is new. Fresh. We're not clapping that up. Turn that off.
All right, anti-clap.
All right.
But yeah, it might not always be wise in every situation to trust nobody, because what if they were talking about your family?
I have something to say about that. I feel as though, obviously, like what we were talking about and what we mentioned multiple times is that in a lot of cases, wisdom is related to experience, right? But not everyone's experience mirrors yours.
Damn.
So our first, we have a segment. Don't you dare.
I didn't laugh.
We have a segment. Look,
There was like nothing funny going on either. Go ahead.
at all.
I'm with you.
Called Questionable Wisdom, where these people have used whatever they've experienced in their life, whether that be good things, bad things, things,
All right.
and activated those thoughts and experiences in their mind into whatever they have deemed worthy of being advice.
It's true. And go ahead.
You go.
Let him talk.
These things come from a variety of sources. We're just gonna list them. Some of them have sources. Some of them are just pulled right up. But yeah, they're of different qualities and different lengths and whatever. So just pay attention.
Yeah.
Listen close and see what you think about it.
So, like Elijah was mentioning earlier, this one says, do not be trusting. Trust is a weapon to be used against you. Now, obviously, this is some crazy advice. I would say that this is, well, I'll open it up. What kind of person do you think would give advice like this?
I feel like this is more of like a relationship standpoint. This is what I feel like. Just reading it, like, you know, like the whole cheating thing or whatever. And
Okay.
like you're like one of your guy friends or your girlfriends are like, yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I trusted them, and look where it got me.
Mm-hmm.
Or like even a friendship, like I trusted them with my my hopes and my dreams and my secrets, and they just
Stab me in the back.
They just, yeah.
They turned on. I
their
didn't
little
believe in the
Instagram.
magic. I didn't believe in the magic.
I ain't believe in the magic. Then I saw an idiot. All right.
I ain't believe in the magic until I see that idiot dog turn the snake.
Them a set a idiot.
And set a snake, them snake man. All right, I'm sorry.
oh my goodness.
Yes. Go ahead and say that quote real quick though.
I ain't believe in magic till I seen all my dogs turn into snakes.
That's deep. I think that came from your father, Sequoyah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I first heard it from him. Maybe not. Maybe I'm lying though. Hey, if you're listening, sir, my bad. If that was not you, I don't know where that thought came from.
What do you mean if he's listening? You better be listening. Fact. That's real spill.
And
All right.
commenting, let's go.
And commenting.
But yeah, that advice will probably come from the type of person who's been hurt before, and that's their experience. So they're taking their interpretation of their experiences and trying to give you a good answer.
Yeah.
But it's coming out of that point of view.
Correct. Now, this idea has been extended into another kind of questionable advice. Questionable advice. Look, bro, I'm struggling. And bro, I didn't copy the title of the article.
No, you didn't. I think I still have it pulled up, huh?
But
Let's go.
the title of the article was
Ridiculous.
Men!
Yeah.
With 3 exclamation points. Why I go to look up and it has hot and spicy chicken feet.
No, that sounds crazy. That sounds super crazy, bro. Hot and spicy chicken feet. What?
It's a dish. Culinary. A culinary dish.
Do not look in the podcast laptop search history. Hot and spicy chicken feet, bro. Somebody's gonna get the wrong idea.
All right. On a bed of rice.
Ew, what?
Anyway,
All right.
as it happens,
Just kidding. I didn't.
she
have
don't
it
have the
pulled up.
article
I don't
pulled
have
up.
Dang it. But the
was it?
title was ridiculous. We laughed audibly upon seeing it. Isaiah should be able to pull it up.
I went to copy and paste it, bro. And I forgot I had copied an image of chicken feet. Hot and spicy chicken.
There we can't escape
Disgusting.
this. Y'all,
Bro.
listeners, I hope you dream of hot and spicy chicken feet
Ew.
tonight in whatever
That's
way that comes
gross.
off to you first.
All right. Men! Again, capital MEN 4. Gosh, 4 exclamation points. Never, ever fully open up to a woman.
Yeah.
You'll regret it.
This
Here's
brother
why.
is mad. All right, let's read this article though.
All right, who's going first?
I'll go first.
There you go.
All right, I'm just reading one, and then we are going to go clockwise. Boom. Women as a whole are turned off by vulnerable men. I know you may have seen programs of men opening up, surrounded by women claiming that they would kill for a man like this, but in reality, it scares the heck out of them because women as a whole seek security.
It's going to sound crazy coming from you. I'm not going to lie.
Go ahead.
A man should never open up fully to a woman unless it's done in a comical fashion. For example, you laugh about something embarrassing that happened to you as a youngster. This shows that it doesn't bother you and that you're a confident, positive person. It also stops her from using it against you in the future. That's crazy.
This is crazy.
If you open up fully to a woman about a certain incident. Sorry.
We're about to start laughing at his own.
I'm going to start from the top. If you open up fully to a woman about a certain incident that was embarrassing or upsetting, no matter what she says, she will use it against you in the future. And 9 times out of 10 won't even feel bad about it afterwards.
The reason for this is that women are emotional creatures.
Dang, no way.
Wow.
Not this guy, though. Not the author. No,
He's not emotional.
Women, though.
Women.
They go on about how they feel at that moment. So if a man opens up and is vulnerable, the woman may say that she won't tell anyone.
The woman is crazy.
And she could really mean it at that moment when she says that. But at another moment, like, for instance, an argument. I was a little late with that.
Go on.
She may feel like using it against him because she's upset. And she wants to make him upset
too.
I just read the
These
first
women-
sentence of my paragraph.
Come on,
Go
Sequoyah,
ahead,
speak that
Sequoyah,
truth.
speak that real.
Those are these things about women. We're finding out the true wisdom.
Okay.
Let's go.
Women are very manipulative and don't fight fair. They know that as a whole, they can't overpower men.
This is
So
crazy.
they go for his weak points. This is why it's so important to not let it show that it bothers you, because she'll not only feel secure, but also won't use it against you. What? But also won't use it against you in the future.
Nice.
Now, we are reading an amateur article.
Yeah, bro. This dude is an amateur for real.
We are having to
Amateur
correct some of the
life.
stuff he says in real time. But yeah, that is crazy, bro.
Instead, men develop bonds with guy friends that they can trust, or go see a counselor.
This brother need to go see a counselor now.
You're going to see it. All right.
You need a therapist.
Telling your girlfriend or wife your deepest, darkest secret may feel like a weight off your shoulders, but it'll soon be a weight hanging over your head, especially if you break up.
Dang.
Wow.
Unblock.
I feel attacked. I'm not even gonna hold you.
This guy,
Has been hurt by a woman.
women,
Strongly.
stay away from this man for both of your good.
Yes.
No, bro, he need to find a woman that will
He's done.
That will teach him they're not. You'll be okay.
No, he has given up.
Bro,
He better write a counter article.
I'm saying, bro, what did she do? He probably told her
He was probably hurt by his mom first.
I know what she did. Whichever woman this was.
she threw it back in his face. I told you that in private.
Yeah.
How dare you throw that in my face?
Now,
That's
all
real
things
true.
being said, you can destroy somebody's trust doing that, and that is a very bad thing to do. If someone tells you something in earnest and in secret, like, I don't know,
I used to be a trank dealer.
stop.
But I'm not anymore.
Stop on the trank nonsense.
It's related.
Trank merch.
Stop.
All right, but yeah, or maybe you guys are at a party together, and you look terrible and nervous, and she goes, "What's wrong?" And then you pull her to the side, and you're like, "Honestly, ever since I got made fun of for my fake shoes in elementary school, I've been scared of big crowds of people because they hated on me en masse."
And mass. Nice.
And so
like
then later on, or she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. That sounds so bad. Don't worry, baby. I'm with you."
Don't worry, baby.
No, I turned into the auntie. My bad. But that's because I don't actually use the word baby unless I'm talking about infants in my regular vocabulary.
Word.
But baby, don't worry, baby.
Don't worry, baby.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand you and I just love you. But then later on, she goes and does what with that information? Because I can't think of it.
She's like, you know what I just thought about? Clyde.
Clyde.
No, Clyde.
Josh. Let's go, our boy Josh D.
I would never take the last name Danky. I couldn't. You know why? How are we gonna have a wedding? Is it gonna be just us? Can you invite your family? Oh, no, of course not, because you're scared of big crowds. Like a big baby. See you in court. I don't know.
Oh my gosh! In court! Bro, you're gonna take the boyfriend-girlfriend relationship to court. Bro, this need to go on TV now.
Okay, maybe not court.
Oh my gosh. That is hilarious, actually. I'm so glad I handed that off to you. That was a masterful wrap up. But yeah.
And so now she's taking that. Anyway, look. So then Josh Danky, he goes on in life. His friend is dating somebody. He's like, don't open up to her ever. She'll take it, throw it in your face, and then She won't even get married to you, and then she'll take you to court. And you're not even married. That man is hurt.
Yes.
However, that doesn't mean he's wise. That's not good counsel. That's not smart.
That's deep.
This whole article we just read, one is low-key misogynistic.
Yeah.
Low-key? It's misogynistic.
High
no,
key.
low-key.
It's just key misogynistic.
You know, he has a certain way of speaking about women.
Mm-hmm. I want to go and like on my free time and read the rest of it because now I'm interested.
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing?
You got to read the rest of his blog posts.
Gotta find out who
Surely
this
he
guy
is full of knowledge and wisdom.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, but this guy is coming up with applicable instructions based on his experiences. So is he a wise guy? What? What, you just found out his name or something? And it's like Quandarius Finkelhorn?
No, but he look, I'm gonna put it in the document for you guys. It's gonna be after, like right after the
extract?
Yeah.
What you call it? All right.
because he does have more things to say. But
Oh.
Are there things we can't say out loud?
no. But in regards to that, you know, while maybe in his situation it would have been better for him, for Josh Danke,
Yeah.
to not share that, honestly, to not be with that woman to begin with. And that would have been good counsel. Like, hey, this woman, she's manipulative. She doesn't, she just wants you for your last name, but actually she doesn't want your last name. She just wants you for your incredible regenerative abilities because you fell down the stairs. She wants to know how you did that.
You're so stupid.
But she won't love you for real. That would have been good advice. But he has, for some reason, this is now Josh Danke. He has taken this advice and translated it to all women,
Yeah.
which is bad. Not
Yeah.
good. Next. We're done. We're no longer talking about that.
But you know, Isaiah, the thing about it that you're not understanding about women
Understanding.
is that they just do everything about their emotions. Honestly, if I were to say this stuff to that girl's face, she probably would have wrote a blog post or something telling people not to trust men. Women, am I right, y'all? Support me in the comments.
Did you see the doc or the link?
It didn't. Oh, the where it says
Oh, I
here,
didn't even open it yet.
Yeah.
bro. It's not letting me edit anymore because I exited it and came
What
back.
the? What?
Let me look. Let me look.
This man is
This man is crazy.
struggling.
Yo, he has a lot to say about his angry things about women,
God.
and it's crazy. This guy has a problem.
No, you see, this one is different. This one's a little bit positive.
Which
one?
one is?
The last one he did on the January 15th.
Oh, that's my birthday, guys. That's my birthday. Don't tell the people at my school. Anyway, I don't know what's positive
I
about
don't
that.
know.
Did you read the little
No, I
excerpt?
didn't
No.
read it.
Were you posted an excerpt?
No. We're moving on.
All right.
What? You know what?
All right.
I'll read this in my own time.
Okay. Have fun, bro. Don't Google it in your own time.
No, I'm not Googling that.
All right.
Is this a real syndrome?
How does one acquire? Are certain people genetically predisposed to such a condition?
Is there an antidote? Is there a cure?
How would
Someone in this position asking for a friend.
Definitely
be
not
relieved of such a problem?
Anyway, bro.
Sorry, you guys.
Sorry. He's experiencing some issues.
Look,
Oh, man.
if you know what? I'm going to give y'all an assignment, a quest, if you will.
Wow.
If you want to find out what we're talking about,
No.
the only way you're going to be able to do so
No.
is to go back to when we were reading the whole article, search that whole article. You'll probably find the dude, and then you'll know.
If you want to find something word for word on Google, like if you're Googling something, you should put quotation marks before and after what you need to be specifically included.
Correct.
And then it won't pull up any results that don't contain specifically what is in there. But make sure you type everything right.
Yep. In the direct order as well.
Yes,
It
sir.
won't, like, if it has those words, it won't pull it up unless it's in the order that you specify. Fun fact.
So try your best to find it.
Now,
Or
Elijah,
absolutely
you
don't.
found a quote.
I did. I found a couple. Now, I don't know if we should start with the trifling ones or this one. What do you say? What say you, team?
Which ones are the trifling ones?
Right.
The ones that come right after it, bro. I
Oh.
guess the source is trifling.
Let's start with the one in the middle,
Yeah.
then go to the one at the top, then go to the one at the bottom.
Cool. All right, who's
going-
reading it? Sequoyah.
Okay, I'll read it. The quote is, "Know that you are the prize in love."
From Instagram. Let's go. That's the number one place to get your advice, especially if you're looking for relationship advice. Instagram abounds with this kind of advice. And let me tell you,
Why do we-
Overflowing.
I've ruined 18 marriages using this advice alone.
Oh my goodness.
Are y'all really in love? Did you take this Instagram quiz? Swipe through. What are the answers? Know that you are the prize in love. Okay.
Let's talk. What does
does
this
that
mean,
mean?
I
first
don't
of all?
know.
You don't know.
It's just
Neither
a
look
weird quote.
It is.
Know that you, I
But
think,
like,
okay.
what kind of advice is that? No, for real. Like,
Yeah.
I know what it means. I'm going to explain it to
Go
y'all.
ahead.
Go
To
ahead, fool.
y'all
Youngsters.
people who don't know. What? Don't. Youngsters.
Well, I think the majority of the listeners are youngsters compared to you. Not that you're very old.
That's not even true.
I think it is.
no, it's not.
Yo, I'm not gonna ask everybody to post their age, but like, I think so. At the same time, we got a lot of older listeners.
That's what I'm saying. A lot.
Yeah, some
Not to say that you guys are
old
old.
people jokes.
You're just older than me, so I'm not gonna call you no youngster.
Mm.
You feel me? All right. To explain the quote, know that you are the prize in love. Basically, what this means is that you shouldn't have to chase after someone else. You are the prize, yeah? So it's like you are supposed to be doing stuff for me,
Right.
you know?
I'm the thing to be earned.
You can't, yes. That's it right there. Oh, you don't want to, I can only think about this in terms of being a woman, bro, because dudes don't say this stuff. But,
Yeah.
oh, you won't take me out?
I'll do the
Oh,
dude version
you're
after.
you're not gonna, so you couldn't support me? How about, don't you know that I'm the prize? You're trying to get with, I'm getting a little too into it. You're trying to get with me. Therefore, you should be putting the effort in.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Got it now.
Yeah, that's how that works. Go ahead, Elijah.
A male version that has come to mind. Josh Danke gets off of work. This is a different Josh Danke who has like a different,
Josh Danke is like
situation.
Moon Knight.
Yeah, he's got
Several personalities.
And he has a long lifetime, so he gets to act out everything we say he does because we said he did it. Fact. So,
Fact.
Josh Danke in this universe is a 38-year-old American man, and he comes home from work, and he's not talking to nobody. And he comes home from work, frowns at his wife, shoves his child, and then just goes in his room and slams the door. And then
Crazy.
he hears his wife on the phone with a therapist that she talks to every now and then. And she's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with him, but whatever. And he kicks down his bedroom door and comes out there and is like, you're the one who you should have brought me a lunch at work. You should have called me on the phone while I was at work and asked me how I was doing. And you should have drove me home from work because I don't feel like anyone's done me any favors recently. And she's like, but honey, you blocked me on your phone. And I don't know.
And I don't know where you were.
Yeah.
And how did you get in my house?
Okay, no, none of that. But the point is, there are things that he could be expected to do in a relationship that he's not doing any of. And then he's like, well, if you want me, you got to work hard. I didn't say I want you or something like that. crazy.
Like a sense of entitlement.
Right. Entitlement is the word. Thank you, Sequoyah.
Of course.
Entitlement is. I'm sorry, that example was crazy and didn't even make too much sense.
It went left when you were supposed to go right.
But I had a lot of fun with it. So that's
And
what
that's
really
all that matters.
Fun fact.
Did you guys get it? No. Well,
I was looking at quotes. I looked up words to live by. They say, do what you enjoy, and nothing else matters at all. I looked up words to live by, and that was one of the results. So is that good advice? I know that's not in the document. But
no.
dang, why not?
Some people enjoy trank.
All right.
Oh my God.
All right,
I'm
bro.
just saying, bro.
It's true.
That's real
It's
spill.
true.
All right, our next quote. An idea that is not dangerous is unworthy of being called an idea at all. What is this dude talking about?
You see, there's a high ledge over there. Oh, I know. We should build a staircase. Idiot. We should have an 18-man team stack up on each other's shoulders to get up on that ledge because that's more dangerous. That was my,
Okay.
yep, go ahead.
I think what our boy Oscar is trying to say,
Oscar Wilde.
Oscar Wilde, that's the name of the person who said this quote, is that if you do the safe option, you didn't come up with that idea. You didn't have a eureka moment. You just did what makes sense to do. However, if you go into a town and you realize, wow, it looks like nobody is giving away free money. That's an untapped market. Now, it's dangerous because you might go broke. But nobody's doing it. You don't see nobody else doing that. Nobody.
Another example. You're in a courtroom, and everybody follows the rules in court. They say Your Honor with every statement. They sit down when they're told to sit down, like some chumps. When the court justice says order, they're like, they order themselves. That's not dangerous. You're doing something that's safe. You're doing what's expected of you. And so if that's what comes to your mind, that just means you're a sheep. Now, me personally, if I was in court, I would start a ruckus. I'm gonna tell the judge how it is because that's dangerous.
Oh my gosh.
Thoughts?
If you ain't testing the waters, you ain't living.
Sequoyah.
That's
Oh yes.
that's what I get from that.
All right.
But yeah, I think there's
It's
some. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know. It's a dumb quote, really.
So I think there are some possible useful explanations of that because sometimes maybe you must break the norm to do something that's necessary or that will be helpful. But sometimes what the norm is necessary and helpful, and you break it because you want to be interesting or different. And that is classified as being a rebel without a cause. If you want to learn more about that attitude, look up "Threw It on the Ground" on YouTube, and it should show up. It's a music video.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I'm putting people on.
It's an SNL skit,
Yes, it is.
and it's dumb.
And it's old, but it's gold. Now, don't listen through like all the way to the end. It gets really stupid, but
Yeah.
get the point from the
It
first.
gets a bit childish. That's
Yeah.
okay. All right, Elijah, you got this next one. And I think you're going to realize that your story about Just Danky is more related to this quote than the first one.
Here's this wise quote.
Wise is relative.
Never give more than you receive in relationships. Instagram. That's that compound explosion, baby. Sorry.
You're killing me.
Sorry.
On the inside.
So, yeah, somebody could develop this mindset because they got hurt. And some people really take this stuff to be good advice. I see similar stuff posted on Instagram all the time on like people's 24-hour posts that are called stories for people who don't use Instagram. They be putting them up there like,
Nah, people use notes now.
okay, well, yes, people do use notes now.
Those are fun. I like those quite a bit. It's a cool feature for me.
I never say anything serious on them. If
Yeah,
I
of
put
course
I
something
like
up
to
there,
read
it's
them.
ridiculous. Yeah.
I like to put stupid stuff on there. I like to put stuff to make people reply. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
Like, just died yesterday.
I survived though. Prayers up.
You told everybody to shut up yesterday.
Yes, I did, bro. I said, shut up, y'all, on my note because, bro, there was like a line of people talking about some nonsense.
Oh my gosh.
And it's, yes. So,
Look, this brings up an interesting point that I'd like to discuss quickly. And this is more meta than
Meta,
Than
as in the
usual.
company that owns Instagram,
Facebook, WhatsApp, Oculus. All right.
Not Oculus.
They own Oculus.
dude.
Now, you need a Facebook account to use it. It's the worst.
Oh, you want to use virtual reality?
Join
Mark
the-
Zuckerberg.
All right. But what I wanted to mention is that Elijah described a feature of Instagram for those who don't use Instagram. And I'm realizing that a lot of the times when we're doing an update or something, or we're trying to let you guys know, oh, this episode's not going to come out until this time, or we're going to be on break until whatever. We usually say that stuff on Instagram in a story, no less. So it's only for 24 hours. You've missed it. You missed it. You're never going to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'd like you to sound off in the comments if you could. And those are on the YouTube comments. So I know some of you guys listen on your various podcast applications, but this one is important. So come over to the YouTube and tell us, do you use Instagram, one, or if you would like us to post updates, news, whatever on a different platform, what platform would that be? And that would be super helpful. All right, back to the pod.
That was a good thing to put in there.
Great announcement.
Yes, sir. Clap it up. Clap it up for that announcement, actually.
Yeah.
Are we ready to make a transition, or are we gonna keep it?
Now that I'm reading these quotes, we
She
read
thinks
them
they're
out
good.
of we read them out of order. So
Oh,
how
yeah.
we see them, the second and third one are kind of the same.
Know that you are the prize. Never give more than you receive. Yeah, you're kind of right. They're
Yeah.
both from the same source.
They are.
Instagram. Let's go. I'm trying to put y'all on today. Get all your advice from Instagram, and that's on them.
Don't
All right.
know. If you were to finish that, I would have walked out.
You don't know what I was gonna say.
I missed it.
Anyway.
I didn't.
I was thinking about somebody to swear on. I was gonna say on me, but I don't want to put my name on that.
On Kevin.
Stop. Oh yes, I'm so glad you said that. Explain that real quick, bro. Just real quick before we accidentally move on.
All right.
We're all ears.
Okay. Back to Instagram. Look, man. So many people I see on Instagram. And I'm not going to say what it is, but all of these people fit into this one specific demographic. And whenever they post something inspirational or something that really spoke to them, you know, gave them advice to their soul, it's always, and when I say always, it's always Kevin Gates.
Yes.
Kevin Gates on a podcast. Kevin Gates in a music video. Kevin Gates on Twitter. Kevin Gates in the shower. I don't know. It's always Kevin Gates.
in the shower.
Wait, I saw a quote. He had something about that, like on one of
in
his
the
quotes.
shower.
No, not in the shower.
All right, my bad.
Just that group of people. I forgot what he said. I'm about to find it right now.
Word.
But yes, that's another thing. while Sequoiah's looking that up. Look, bro, you can't get all of your wisdom from one person unless it's God.
Big facts.
If it's not God, bro, then there are going to be some flaws, some holes in their story. So that's why, like we were saying before, wisdom comes from experience. And if you only have one experience, or you only allow one source to dictate the rest of your existence, you're going to end up like original Josh Danke. Not the one who actually got married and then threw a fit.
Right.
OG Josh Danke from this episode anyway, who, he can't go out in public because he was wearing Shaqs.
All right, bro. Are those? Does he have a shoe line? Or he
Does
just got
he
Papa
have
John's?
a shoe line?
Oh no!
You thought I was making that up?
Yes.
No.
Shaquille, my guy, please.
No. Look, you guys,
Please
do yourself a favor and
no.
look up
Okay, I found the
Shaqs.
Kevin Gates thing.
In fact, not only should you look up Shaqs, you should make sure you look up Shaq's shoes.
Oh, he has shoes?
You will see the logo, and you will be blessed.
Ooh, okay. Oh, I see, bro. Those are not Jordans. Those are
Those are
Affordance. Yes,
What
sir.
in the world?
And while you're at it, look up Shaquille O'Neal Jack-O-Lantern. You will not be disappointed. You won't. While you're at that, you could look up Shaquille O'Neal beatbox. You will not be disappointed.
Yes, you will.
This guy, he delivers, all right? Speaking of delivery, what gets delivered? Pizza. Look up Papa John's. I'm just putting
And
everybody
the controversy.
on. Okay, don't look that up. The day of reckoning. Yeah, don't look that part up. But I'm just saying, I don't know why, but this episode, I got to put y'all on. Now, am I being truthful? Only about threw it on the ground and the jack-o'-lantern. The other stuff I said, please don't do it. I don't want to turn you into a
You said
bad person.
beatboxer.
Okay, I found
yeah,
the
beatboxer
Kevin
too.
Gates quote. He said, I have a cult-like following because I exemplify what it is to be a human being. Kevin Gates.
If y'all don't get this guy, oh my gosh, what does he think everyone else is exemplifying?
I don't know. Those are his words,
So
not
he's,
mine.
he's down to earth, man. I guess.
And that's how he acquired a cult-like following. It's the reverse psychology. Oh my
That's
goodness.
crazy.
All right.
I'm sorry, y'all.
People are
What
wild.
have you done, Isaiah?
The chocolate ice.
What is that? That is not the original.
Oh, man.
That's not the original. Look, if you want to hear the original,
Look up Shaquille O'Neal Jack-O-Lantern.
Get up yourself.
but yeah, that was just a little taste. And that is in the podcast for you. Sorry. Next.
All right, so before we talked about how it could be wise to seek advice from wise people. Being wise doesn't mean knowing everything. It means doing the right things with what you have. However, there are people in your life that you may consider to be wise because of the outcomes of their conduct that you've seen. And one of them that has been mentioned on here before in this episode is a pastor.
Facts.
Isaiah, go ahead and lay out this point that's right here on the. I don't know why I'm getting so animated in the mic. I'm sorry if I'm bothering y'all. I'm having a good time this episode. So, anyway, go ahead though.
With trusting your pastor's wisdom.
Yes, sir.
I guess, a pastor is usually like a pastor is a shepherd. That's what that means. Meaning that he's going to try to lead you in the right direction 100% of the time. A good one. I don't know how to check if your pastor's good, bro. Ask
Hey,
God, bro.
Yep, we said it's always good to listen to God.
For real.
If your pastor seems to listen to God often, talk to him.
So, oftentimes they're going to have advice that's valuable to your life. Now, what you should not do, and what I find a lot of people do, because obviously our parents are pastors, so well, not my mom and my dad. My dad's a pastor. Sequoiah's dad's a pastor.
Yes.
So, you shouldn't just go into pastor's office and instead of seeking wisdom, you're seeking validation. You feel me?
Yeah.
Does anyone want to expound? Which one is it?
Expound. That's
Just
a good
as
one.
I suspected. Expound.
Oh,
That's what I said first. Prove I didn't.
you literally can. You can.
I'm going to cut it out.
The power's in his hands. All right, go ahead though, Sequoyah. My bad.
Okay, so. Oh, geez, just hurt my shoulder doing that.
That old age.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
I'm not that old. But when going into pastor's office, most people are like, I just want him to agree with me that I'm right and not change my mind. And usually when they go in there, pastor's like, you're wrong. He'll just, I don't know. You guys go to my dad because pastor, I go to pastor. And,
Who's that?
Our dad.
your dad.
The mismatch. That's right. Just because personally for me it's weird
It is
to talk
weird.
to your pastor who's also
So
your
your
dad.
dad.
I think we've spoken on this earlier.
It is very weird.
Sequoyah is from a different family and she believes the same way apparently.
It is weird.
That's good to know, man.
My
It's
dad
just-
is my dad, not my pastor. I love
Yeah.
him though. I love you, Dad.
right. Like you know, love and respect him, but like I want to talk to you about something crazy in the office and you can't know about it when we get home. All right, go ahead though. That's not a
But-
confession. I just said that because it could be relatable to someone.
But just like when people seek validation because they don't want to be told what they're doing is wrong or what they're doing isn't the right thing to do.
Yeah.
They just want people to hop on the bandwagon with them. Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze.
You are onto something.
Sorry, I really thought I had to sneeze. It was like sitting there, but it won't come out. But you guys suck.
Bro. Okay, to be completely honest with you, I meant that to encourage you, and it was not supposed to be funny, but it happened to be very ironic. You are on this. Oh my gosh, man. My bad, dude. I'm really with you. I was, because I actually think you're onto something, but
Right.
there was just a big pause.
It was. But I've talked to people like personally. They're like, yeah, I went to pastor's office and I told them, and they were like, and I was like, okay, what's the answer you got? And she was like, or they were like, not the one I wanted. And I was like, well, yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah,
you know,
usually.
pastor is there to steer you in the right direction. He would. All right, if your pastor steers you in the wrong direction, let's.
Jump
He
him.
can't drive.
I mean,
I missed both of those things.
you hear it in the recording.
My bad. But yeah, if he, most of the time though, he's supposed to steer you in the right
The
direction.
pastor's supposed to steer you in the right direction. He should never steer you wrong. And pastor is my pastor is very blunt. At times. And yeah, that's just like me personally. He's never gonna be like, you know what, you're right. Keep doing what you're doing.
Unless what you're doing is right.
Unless
Right, that's
you're
true.
doing what you're doing is right. But if you're doing something like completely wrong and just the exact opposite of what God tell you to do, or you should be doing in the first place, he's not gonna be like, oh yeah, keep doing that.
Right.
What you're doing is right. You feel.
Yeah, just feel justified in what you're doing,
Yeah,
honestly.
he's never.
Just keep doing it to everybody. My bad. But yeah, and sometimes, bro, like having and practicing wisdom doesn't mean that when you hear the correct answer that you're gonna feel good about it.
Yeah.
However, practicing wisdom in some situations means that you do said thing anyway because you believe it's the better option, contrary to the things that you might feel. And then that can lead to better outcomes.
Yeah. Does anyone anyone have any stories
Whoa, nah.
of times where where they went into pastor's office, where we went into and we're like, can I do this? And there and the results of that. Does anyone? I have one, but if anyone else has one, you can go first. Or I guess I can go first.
Yeah,
and
you
can
go first.
Think about
you
it.
go first.
Sounds
But mine
good.
isn't that deep. All right. So there was a time where don't laugh at
Dang.
me. Shut up.
It's not an easy time.
Yeah, I think I'm on to something. All right.
Hey, you're on something. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
And I had this situation that I will not discuss in detail for the security and preservation of those who did not ask to be in this podcast. So I'm not gonna, air out their unclean garments.
Okay.
Sorry, dirty laundry.
Dookie streak. All right, my bad.
You have done
Hey,
it.
cut that out. Hey, you have the power.
Nah, you shouldn't have said it.
Listeners.
You didn't enact wisdom in that moment.
Listeners.
All right. And so I'm in this situ and I'm like, man, this situation sucks. And I'm like, what does the Bible say you got to do? You got to bring it up. You know what I'm saying? You can't just leave it, whatever. So I'm like, so what I like to do, if I'm trying to text somebody something very serious, I'm going to go in a note outside the text. I'm going to get that John ready. I type it out,
Put it through Grammarly.
read it over,
Yup. Feed that
That's
thing to
not right.
ChatGPT.
Right.
edit it,
Yup.
Yep.
looks good.
Yep.
Let's add some action.
Yup.
There you go.
Read it out loud.
Now,
No.
I had the text. This text was fire.
The fires of Sheol.
The text was adequate. And so I go to my pastor and I'm like, Pastor, I got it. There's this situation. You already know about it. We've been talking about it.
Yeah.
I
That's a
need
lot
to know if this is a good idea. Should I send this? I say, here. I hand him my phone. He reads it. You guys are gonna be surprised. I know you're laughing, but he reads it. He looks at me, and he says, "Yeah, you should send that." Good ending. The good ending. I know y'all ain't got no good endings, but mine was good.
Mine.
So then I send it. It goes over smoothly, goes well. Pastor follows up. Hey, he's like, how'd that go? How did the text go? I say, it went well.
It went well.
And that's it.
That's great. Great for you.
I can think of one, but it wasn't talking to a pastor, but it's the same effect.
That's supposed to mean great for you.
Never trust women. All right, y'all. That's
Throw
all
it
we
back in your
got.
face.
Oh no. These dang women, man. No.
All right.
Wow.
Get to your
Yeah,
topic.
so-
Get to you.
So
We do not feel that way about women, just FYI.
we do not.
I would not be here if they did.
What did I call the guy, bro? Quandarius Finkelhorn?
Yeah, that was one of them.
I don't remember. Yeah. Anyway, never mind. So now, this was a yeah. So I didn't talk to a pastor in this situation, but I prayed about it. And if y'all don't know, praying is talking to God. Now, I was in a very foolish argument with one of my parents. And the whole point was just like, why? It was like not something to have an argument about, but it was like a misunderstanding coming in the wrong way, processing the wrong way, and all that stuff back and forth to the point where it leads to like there's a lot of aggression that's put out without much content to really be that mad over. And so people just walk away feeling misunderstood and upset. So picture me in this situation. And there it is. That's it. You've just pictured me in this situation that I described, but I already described the whole situation, so there's nothing new for me to add. So anyway, this was one of the first few times I was ever like, you know, I should pray about it because I'm trying to be a Christian and live for Jesus, and supposedly that's what people do in that category. So I did, and I prayed about it, and I was like, look, yeah, I was praying. And immediately what came to mind was like all the other factors from the day that were not that. So in my head, I'm trying to antagonize my parent because of a thing that they said or something that I felt was unfair or whatever. But it was like a very human misunderstanding. And it's not like how I was trying to picture it in my mind. Like, oh, they just want to see me down. They just felt like hating on me, so they did, because it's not the truth. And so it came to mind was just like different things throughout the day. I received a ride to school. You know, I got free food. I was thought of, and I'm homed and cared for every day with the water and the juice. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for any of that. To paint a picture of a Disney villain when there's no Disney villain living in your house. Now, that's not what I felt like doing. Obviously, when you're mad, you want to stay mad and you want to blame everyone that you're against. But if there's no problem, there doesn't need to be a problem. Sure enough, I got rid of the attitude, eventually went back downstairs to do the dishes or something. We struck up a normal conversation. It was very normal. You know how it is when you get in an argument. I was previously thinking of saying all kinds of other things. But in the end, I was glad I didn't say them because they were stupid. Now, I didn't talk to the pastor, but I talked to the Lord. And I think you guys could all talk to the Lord when you're mad at your wife or your husband or your kids or your boss.
Or your friend.
Or your pet, honestly.
Or yourself.
Honestly, the world.
All right.
That's a big one.
Oh,
That's a
no,
big
I
one.
was going to do it. I was going to do it. No, keep going. Keep
Moving
going
right
before
along.
that comes
All
out,
right.
bro.
That's 2 out of 3. Maybe 2 out of 2, depending.
Depending.
I feel like, okay, so I was for a little while one of those people that sought validation from pastor. I just wanted to go in his office, say what I needed to say, and he'd just say, okay. But no. Nope.
Back me up, Pastor.
But no, that never happens. And so
Back me up.
it's been like 2 different times, 2 different separate occasions. I go in pastor's office, I say what I need to say, and I'm sitting there. Then he'll just sit there. He'll spin in his chair to the side. And then he'll sit there, look at me, and then just say what he has to say. And I'm like,
All right. Off the mic, I don't know if y'all heard it. Isaiah just said, you're on to something. We need to put the gloves on after this recording, bro. This is just craziness. I'll be the ref. Anyway, go ahead, though.
I ain't fighting him, bro.
Why not? Because women don't have the power to overpower. You just need to throw everything back at him.
No,
actually.
remember, women don't fight fair. Remember?
You're right. Aim for his weak points. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Strike me in my eyes.
Okay, before you continue, like I said though, I don't go to my dad, so I never go in his office for counseling. So like I've never seen this turn in the chair phenomenon, but that sounds so interesting.
He turns
That
like
sounds
it's always.
intimidating.
Hold on, wait. It's
Keep in
always
mind,
this way.
her chair doesn't spin,
No, it doesn't.
so she's
So he
performing
always
this
turns
athletically.
He always turns his chair to the left, and he leans back, and then he'll just look and raise his eyebrow. And And then he'll just sit there for a couple seconds, and then he'll start talking, and then it turns into this full-blown conversation. But yeah, validation doesn't come from your pastor, guys.
Unless you're doing something right.
yeah,
Yeah.
unless
But
he wants to
oftentimes,
just
if you gotta
applaud
ask-
you.
But yes, the wisdom in that situation is going to the pastor in the first place. Going to your pastor, going to somebody who you know is going to give you some wise counsel.
Facts.
Because then, in that instance, you're both wise. Now, maybe whatever you're doing, whatever you're asking about, you're dumb, but you're wise for going and asking about it.
'Cause
Yeah,
then
like
you might
don't just
learn
go
that it's
to your
wrong.
best friend because they're your best friend.
It's the truth.
I know.
Well, okay, we have an episode on friendship. Now, first of all, yes, that's a good point to make. Don't just go to your best friend because they're your best friend. But also, in choosing your friends, your friend should also be someone you can rely on as well.
And someone you can rely on doesn't mean someone who's going to reply to your message. I mean, it probably does, but it doesn't mean just that. Like, they have to be able to be wisely relied upon. So if you can rely upon them to answer, but not to give a good answer, they can't really be relied upon, I think.
What Elijah is trying to say
Yeah.
is just because you know that when I text this person or when I call this person, they're going to pick up and they're going to talk me through all this stuff that I'm going through. That doesn't mean they're the right person to
Right.
call.
Right.
Sometimes they're the wrong person to call. I know that was profound.
crazy.
All right. Hold on. Whoa. Yeah. So. Where are you?
I have other stories, like just going to other people in the church. Or
Tell
they'll
them
come-
non-specifically,
Yeah.
discreetly.
Yes.
With
if
the
you
wisdom,
will.
with the wisdom, if you will.
There have been times.
That you're
So
honest.
me, I don't like talking about how I feel. To people, to people.
Because people, they just throw it back at you.
You can't trust anyone.
And-
Trust
okay, I
is
had
a...
that mindset. I did have that mindset.
That's real.
That Kevin Gates. My bad.
Kevin Gates ain't say that.
My bad.
Right.
I don't know nothing about this dude except that he's funny and weird.
But anyways, like
Oh, my children. Like, what did he say? Like,
Yes.
I don't know if I can say
Yeah,
this on the
don't do it. Don't
podcast,
do
so I'm
it.
gonna just leave it. I'm gonna leave it alone.
He
But
said some crazy
anyways,
stuff, though.
I've gone to like other pillars in the church. Here we go. That's the word. Other pillars in the church.
And they talk. Sorry.
Define pillar
Yeah, you do gotta
for
define.
the listeners.
So a pillar in our church is someone. It's like a spiritually strong person. We have a couple of those.
Just a couple, though.
Stop.
No, my bad.
Not like literally a couple, but like a couple of people who've been in our church through thick and thin, through all the hard times and all the splits and things like that. Why did you make that face?
I've never heard anyone actually say through thick and thin in their life.
I was looking for a laugh track on the soundboard, bro. I don't have that.
But yes, through thick and thin.
But I've had conversations with them, and sometimes it's like they're always older than me. They're always, there's never like my best friend, even though I know like they're gonna give me godly advice, but I need someone with more experience, with more like Bible knowledge. Not saying anybody's Bible knowledge is like sucks, but just someone I know is going to legit pray for me and gonna be like talk me through or just like be there. They're not gonna be like, oh, do this, do that, do this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like sometimes I'll go to the pillars in the church. Sorry, my bad. Sometimes I go to the pillars in the church before going to pastor. And so it's like, oh, I just say,
She's scared.
all right.
hey, bro. Hey, bro. Your dad needs a break.
Yeah, hey, I'm with it.
I guess.
But yeah, we did talk about how the I mean, this has come up multiple times about how the Bible can be trusted for wisdom on a lot of matters. And it's because we believe the Bible comes from the inspiration of God, and God is pretty wise. So that information is usually going to be very useful to you. One verse that I picked up that has a lot to do with this entire episode's themes, and we could break it down and its applications, but that'll probably take some time. So we got to do that in short. But let me just go ahead and read it. This is the New King James Version. It's James 3:14 through 15. And it says...
And 17?
Oh, and 17 attached after. I cut out 16 for relevance, not because I'm trying to be a cherry picker. Some people... My textbook for ethics has an accusation about that, bro. Definitely go read it for yourself. That's why I put the thing there. But anyway, I got 14, 15, and 17 for relevance. I don't want to waste your time, you know? But if you have bitter envy and self-seeking in your hearts, do not boast and lie against the truth. This wisdom does not descend from above, but is earthly and sensual and demonic. This is verse 17. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, willing to yield, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy. Somebody was supposed to be
Wait.
on that system.
They'll just throw it back in your face. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, bro. That article is just nonsense, man.
That article is pain, bro. That man is suffering.
painful.
We talked earlier though about how you can determine someone is wise or unwise, and when you're looking for who you should talk to about a certain matter. And on the issue of pastors in particular, we said we can usually trust a good pastor to steer you in the right direction. But what makes somebody a good pastor, one of the things that does, we can kind of get from this verse right here, where it says, if you have bitter envy and self-seeking in your hearts, that wisdom is trash, right? So this goes for pastors or anybody, but if the wisdom that they possess and the outlook and the view and the perspective that they have on life comes from a position of self-seeking or envy or any of those things, usually it's going to be bad advice, because they took the experiences that happened to them and they sought themselves in it, or they were envious in it, or they were hypocritical in it. And so what they're going to tell you is things like women are evil, and or advice like never give more than you receive, because they're seeking their own well-being and not anyone else's. And therefore that advice is boo-boo. And those people can't be trusted. So that's how you can determine whether or not a source is safe.
Real spill. All right. What on earth was that? Somebody's texting me. All right. And now we're going to start wrapping up this episode. And therefore, we're going to go into what we got to say. So, if you find yourself struggling with wisdom, let's say, or you don't feel as though you have somebody that you can go to that, would give you real advice or would give you real what you need to hear, then it's possible that either one, you need to renew your relationship with God, or you don't have one to begin with. And like we mentioned, man, the only objective wisdom is God. You know what I mean? All other wisdom can be subjective. It can be, depending on someone's experience or depending on whatever situation you are in. But no matter what situation you're in, God will always have the right answer. There's never going to be a time where it's like,
can't ask God.
Yeah, not God. Got to ask somebody else. Nah, it's not going to happen. So the way that you gain a relationship with God and the way that you have that connection is by surrendering to him and, living your life for him. So how do you do that? You might be asking. The way you do that is actually quite simple and quite easy to do.
Facts.
Easy to live, no, but to get started it's like 1, 2, 3. And that
It's
is
like ABC, some might say. Shout out to my guy.
And do re mi.
Get out. No. I'm just playing. My bad. But just know I'm going to throw that back in your face later on. Go ahead, though. It's easy as it. Easy as do, re, mi.
all you need to do is say a simple prayer, a prayer that, admits certain things and relinquishes certain things that you may be holding on to. And yeah, and then once you say it, and you got to mean it. You got to mean it. You can't just say the words like it's like some kind of seance or it's a spell or something. That's not how it works. It's something you mean with your heart. Mm-hmm. So it's less about the words that you're saying and more about the intent behind them. So with that, I'm going to ask Elijah. Sorry, I'm going to ask Elijah if you would lead us in this prayer.
All right, everyone. So if you're interested in saying this prayer, just go ahead and repeat after me out loud. And yeah, believe that you're talking to someone, because you are. All right. So go ahead and repeat after me. Say, "Dear God, I recognize that I've sinned and that in many ways I have lived without wisdom. But I pray, recognizing also your power, your authority, and your love for me, that you would enter into my life and that you would help me to develop my mind, that I can be made new. I pray that you would forgive me of the mistakes I've made in the past and help me to make better choices in the future. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen."
Amen.
Amen.
I want to add real quick that you can always trust God. I know we've been saying that, but like all those things that were mentioned in that scripture that we were talking about, you might ask, oh, where did they come from? And who gets to say that all these things are the true qualities of good wisdom? But all the bad qualities that were listed are specifically qualities that are not God's, and they're more so of human flaw and character. Whereas the good ones that were mentioned after, I'm gonna list them again. Pure, peaceable, gentle, willing to yield, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. All those things can relate to God and the way he'll look at you and the way that he will treat you. And so you are safe to share everything with God. He will treat you with care. It's not everybody's business. It's the two of y'all's. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Maybe even 3. That's your spill. All right. Now, apparently, last full episode anyway. No, the one right before.
One before, yeah.
We didn't have a secret word.
Oops.
Fired.
Look, y'all. How about this? We'll give you 2 secret words.
Ooh.
And then if you're listening to this and you didn't comment on the last one, on the last one, so that's what, 49?
Yeah.
Go back. No, not even 49. 47. Go back.
Really?
Dang. This one right now is 51.
You're correct, Mente.
Technically. Well, we haven't solidified if this is 51. Is this 51, guys? You know in the title.
But you're asking us.
No.
I'm so ready to talk.
All right. So for episode 47, our secret word is late. Because we're late.
Sequoyah, question for you.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
What do you do with a secret word? What even is that?
Oh, okay. So a secret word, you use it in the comments section below. It has to be discreet. Can't be obvious.
She knows her stuff. Yes,
I
sir.
know. I use my knowledge up here. I use my brain.
She got some wisdom up in there.
Just a little bit.
Up in that noggin. Y'all say noggin?
No.
All right. Word. That rhymes with toboggan, though. All right. So, yeah, that's...
You know what else it rhymes with?
What?
Flogging.
No, if you abbreviate flogging,
Yeah.
it almost rhymes with hobgoblin. All right. Anyway, though,
Our secret word for today's episode
flogging. No, I'm just kidding.
is...
Can I vote?
Yeah.
I do not like that move. Yo, he just did a shoulder roll into intense eye contact to say that, yeah. Don't think he did something innocent. I did. I was just attacked. He said, yeah, all right. Anyway, this is why we don't have video. So
Y'all should do a video one day.
absolutely not. We have a video, fun fact, on the Fly Podcast YouTube channel. It is a very ugly video, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah. Our trailer.
Let's go. Hopefully they never show that again. Don't get any ideas if you're in charge of showing those videos in church and you're hearing this. Anyway, my vote is the word face because it's an easy word to use as a noun or a verb or whatever, and you can use it discreetly and you throw it back in your face. I think
Oh my gosh.
I was laughing at that, and so face is my vote for the word. This is my candidate.
I have no qualms. I picked the last one. Just now.
Word. What about you, Sequoyah?
You get to veto it. If you don't like face, you can
Yeah,
change
you're
it.
the guest, bro. You're the newest guest. You got the power.
In the name of...
All right.
Okay.
You've got the power. No, look at me.
Let's do. Hold on, let me look at this.
You were supposed to say yes. Face.
No.
It's all good though. Yo,
We
took
should
that.
do.
She took your recommendation.
I almost
threw it back in your face.
I,
Oh my
I
god.
almost said you're onto something, but that's like a. That's,
Ooh, you would have thrown it in your own face like a boomerang or a tennis ball,
You're onto
depending.
something.
you're onto
That
something.
was funny.
That was an accident, bro. That might be that.
so mean.
That could possibly go on some merch.
my
That's a
goodness.
cute phrase. You're onto something. I could see that in a cool font.
Alrighty. I'm glad you have merch ideas as well.
Now, yo, I don't know how to design no merch. I'd be saying stuff and be like, hoping and praying that these brothers get to it. Be like, hallelujah. Thank goodness.
Yeah, we should do face. I just want to see the comments with this word.
Let's go. See, I distracted her. Reverse psychology. All right. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this episode. If anyone said the prayer out there, I applaud you. Not only with this button, but with my joy and support. Fun fact, the Bible says they applaud you in heaven too. Like they stop what they're doing.
Real spill. But
Round of applause.
that marks the end of our episode for this week. We thank you guys so much for listening, even through all the silly stuff. We still got, what we wanted to say across. We hope that you guys enjoyed this episode, and we love you guys. So
Leave a comment
Subscribe.
and check your inbox. We'll see y'all in the next episode.
all right, peace, y'all.
Deuces.